Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at some fun new terrain rules that are revealed today for Kill Team. The new Kill Team Into the Dark is going to see a little pause on the vantage point rules, but now we're going to get some new ones to use that we can interact with the terrain. And it's pretty interesting, and I've got to say, some of the little snippets they've given us in the article are really exciting. So I think there's a lot that we can do with this and some great fun games that can be had. So in this video, we'll take a good look through the article and go through everything that's described for this new terrain. And if you're interested in picking up a copy of Into the Dark for yourself, it's going to be available to pre-order from this Saturday, the 3rd of September. And some really good news. Kevin Roulion commented on a previous video asking if the Firestorm game discount, the extra 5% on top of the usual up to 20% discount, would still be included, or could we get another code that would extend so that we could use it for Kill Team. So I reached out to Firestorm Games, the sponsor of the channel this month, and they said that they would be happy to extend the code. So now that code is going to be available right through September, which means you can use it to make extra savings on your new Kill Team Into the Dark box set. A huge thanks to Firestorm Games for doing that. It's really awesome, and I'll put a link in the description below that will take you to their website to save up to 20% on all your hobby products. Then use the code, the Tabletop Skirmish code that's in the description, and you'll save an additional 5% on top of the usual savings. How cool's that? So let's get started now and have a look through the article, and we'll break down the information they give us. It's not a huge amount of information, but certainly enough to get going with, and I can't wait to get hold of the book for this new environment for the Gallo Dark so that we can see these rules in full. But I think this is enough to get going with while we wait. The photos we've seen so far for the game are really pushing the idea of this close combat, claustrophobic environment for our kill teams to do battle in. We've seen all the walls and had a detailed look at that in previous videos, but this article's telling us that those control panels, pipes and different features are actually going to be part of the game, and we can interact with them with special rules that are featured in the 9 missions that are going to be included in the new rulebook. The first thing they're showing us in the article is from the airlocked mission, and in this mission the kill teams will have to refill their air tanks in a divided arena. Now it's interesting to see the shape of this map, because this isn't the usual 22 by 30 rectangle that we see, and it also matches up to the more squared off version of the boards that we saw in the preview that was on Sunday. I think this could well be just a little snippet, so rather than giving us the whole proper ratio to that 22 by 30, we're just going to get a little glimpse of it here just as an example. But let's get back to the mission. So points are going to be awarded every time an operative performs an action called Siphon the Oxygen. And there's going to have to be decisions to be made between either carrying out those actions to complete objectives or fight the enemy in this close environment. We also get to see the key at the bottom of the diagram showing us the overhead pipes and the broken pipes. So this is going to match up with terrain. I think the broken pipes would be the bottom right hand side of this image here. So I really like this. I like how they're using the terrain and then having certain rules for it so you can interact with it. I think that's a really fun thing to do in these skirmish games. And this is going to make it really interesting. It's playing into the narrative. You're coming on to this Space Hulk, the Gallo Dark, and you're trying to find your way around while preventing the enemy maybe getting to the objectives before you with some sneaky maneuvers, and doing little actions like this is going to hinder them and also gain you some points and help you along the way. Here's another action that we can carry out called Operate Lights. This is going to be 1 AP, and this is from the Deadly Hangar mission, where your operatives will now be coming away from those tight-knit corridors into a more open space. And so they're going to have some advantage to get across that space and collect valuable energy cells. So if they can turn off the lights, that's going to give them the cover they need to get to those cells and retrieve them safely. So that's another little fun addition to the game. I really like that. It says as well, just beneath this in the article, that we're going to get more missions, not just in the Into the Dark rulebook, but also in the annual 2022 as well. And so that's going to give us lots more to do with the terrain featured. So that could be well worth adding to the collection if you want some extra missions with extra rules. Now we've got another interesting twist on the game, and here we can have 4 kill teams playing off against each other and fighting over some central objectives in the Secure Strategic Games mission. Now this is going to be set in a double-size kill zone, so we can join up our boards, join up our terrain with our friends and play some bigger scale games. So that's really fun, and I love the sound of this. At my local game club, we play at 40k once a week, so I'm down there every week playing. And this week, though, we're going to do a skirmish day, and I'm going to be hosting some Warcry games, and some of us are going to be doing some kill team games. But this would be really cool, because when we do play down there, usually when we do 40k, we will play like 2 players on each side, taking 1,000-point army each, and then we combine them. So it'll be 2,000 points against 2,000 points, 2-player versus 2-player. And so I like the idea of 4 people being able to play on one kill team arena. I think that's a really great way to do it, and it's going to be a real nice social aspect to the game. So this one I'm certainly looking forward to finding out more about. The only other thing it tells us is that there's an ability to push controlled objective closer to our drop zone, and that's going to help us to be able to strike quickly, but also give an early lead that we can start to defend early on. So having 2 different kill teams on each side maybe, or just going straight up 4v4, you're going to have to really go for those objectives and then defend them. So yeah, I really love the sound of this one. The final mission they let us know about in the article is called Final Transmission, and so this is taken from the Last Stand mission pack. And here, the attackers are going to fight off against endless waves of operatives and see how long they can hold out. So I love the sound of that too. I've recently come up with some rules for my own game, Weekend Warriors, where we're going up against waves of aliens and zombies and things like that, but having that in kill team is a real nice addition. I think that's going to be really fun to play as well, and certainly something to do when you get your friends together to see who can go longest, maybe even team up, and again put some boards together, make it bigger, and just get some real nice swarms of tyrannids perhaps coming at you, and see how long you can hold off the swarm. So that all sounds pretty fun. I was hoping we'd get to find out a little bit about terrain rules this week, and we have right away on Tuesday, so that's really cool. We've still got a few days of the week left as well, so we might get some more information about this new kill team game as the week progresses. So let me know what you think though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these new terrain rules. Do you like the sound of these missions and how interactive they are? It certainly sounds like they're going into a bit more detail now with how we're playing them, and really tying in to how to use the different pieces of terrain and tying that into some kind of narrative or story that we can play out on the tabletop. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll keep you updated as we get more information throughout the week. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification bell too to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.